Hello, Tigers. Welcome to another episode of Short Stories and Poems. I'm your host, Mr. Yearn. Yearn to succeed and follow your dreams. So excited, man. Finally got some nice weather, man. Finally. After all the rain and after all cold weather, today has been a beautiful day. So I hope you're enjoying it. If you're at work, I hope you're not stressing and just taking life in. And if you happen to have the day off or doing what you love, just remember the moments that take your breath away. Today we are talking about the power of May. Now, this is going to be a short one, and it's not a short story or a poem. We're just going to get into it. It's more like a awakening or awareness, should I say rather. So we are in the second day of May. Today's May 2nd, and I just want to, I don't even want to say warn, but I just want to advise you guys that this is the halfway mark of the year of 2019. And I know during the beginning of the year, we made all these promises. We made all these quote unquote resolutions. We made all these promises to ourselves that this year would be our year and we will make X, Y, and Z happen. And just to take a second, just to think, am I really making these things happen? Ask yourself, am I really happy? Ask yourself, am I doing things that I want to do? Ask yourself, are these things satisfying to my mind, body, and soul? These are important things to ask because we are in May, the 5th month. Next month will be June, which is the middle of the year. And we just have to check ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes we have to put the mirror in front of our face and see if we are being accountable to ourselves. For at the end of the day, that's all we have. We have ourselves only. We were born alone and we're going to sadly exit the world that way. So with that being said, the power of May. They say April showers bring May flowers. And just to make sure that you're doing your best this month so it can snowball effect into the rest of the year so you can still make an impact on the year. It's almost like school. You have these semesters and during the beginning of the semester, you're not doing well in the course. You're struggling and you find it to be difficult to some retrospect. And then you talk to your teacher, you get improvement, you seek help, meaning a friend in a classroom or a guidance counselor, or maybe even a tutor to help you. And then by the midterm, you're ready, Or it could be the total opposite. You're not doing good. And in a midterm, you fail the midterm. And in order to pass the class, you have to pass the final in order to pass the class. In some sense, many of you who are listening to this might be at that point. You're not happy with the way things has been going this year. You're annoyed by family and friends. You're annoyed by your job. You're annoyed by situations that have been surrounding you. We have the choice right now to make the final work. In basketball sense, they're in the playoffs and they're working to go into the finals. This is their midpoint in a sense. Well, in retrospect, All-Star is the midpoint, but you know what I mean. So this is a short one. I think I really said enough. I think I got to the meat and potatoes, some people would say. For those who are listening, right now we're just going to have a word of prayer for the month of May, and hopefully it could snowball effect to the rest of the year, and that this year will be filled with happiness, de-stress, peace, joy, comfort, and growth. Because sometimes we need those adversities in order to grow and to figure out what we really meant to do in life or in a particular situation. So if you have a moment and you're by yourself or, you're driving, pull over to the side. If you're walking, take a minute to just stop. If you're at a park and you're sitting on a bench, perfect. Hear these words. Let the universe and God be with you during this time. You know what they say, when the prayers go up, the blessings come down. So let's get it. Dear Heavenly Father, I thank you for this day. I thank you for waking us up this morning and starting us on the day. I'd like to thank you for giving us life, strength, and endurance to just make it to see another month, another milestone, God. You didn't have to, but you did, so we are thankful. We are thankful for everything that has transpired within our life this year, the good, the bad, and even the ugly. And we ask you, Heavenly Father, to just bless each and every single one who is listening to this right now, Heavenly Father. You know their trials, you know their tribulations, you know the burdens that they bring to the bed when they are going to sleep. We ask you to lift any burdens that they might be going through, any struggles, any difficulties, any frustrations, any cries, any tears that they might be encountering right now. You know what they say, you have to be a storm in order to recognize sunshine, or in order to see a rainbow. So we pray that in this moment, that they will not forget you, nor forsake you. And during this time will be a time of growth, a time of maturity, but better yet, a time of clarity, so they will understand why these things has happened. We pray that during the good times, during the times of sunshine, such as today, that we will never forget you, that you will always be in our lives, physically and mentally. You will always be in our minds and our hearts as they align, helping us to make the right decisions in life. Bless those who are working and hate their jobs. Help them to be patient during this time, that they will mature and learn the lessons at hand. Learn why they're in this situation right now, and learn that these things are not there to hinder you, but to better you for the next level. We want to pray anybody who is sick, who is hurt, who is dealing with allergies, who has suffered a loss. Heavenly Father, just comfort them, strengthen them, and let them know that you are never there to hurt them and harm them, but you are there to spread nothing but agape love, which is the highest of all love, is unconditional love. We want to pray for anybody who's struggling to find their purpose, anybody struggling to find their passion, that they will have some time that they can just think, Heavenly Father, and they could think where their mind doesn't clog them with confusion, because we know that's how the devil works. But they would think, meaning they would think of concrete solutions. They would think of the things that make them happy. They would think of the things that bring them so much joy on a day-to-day basis, that those things will spiral into a purpose and passion, so they might not be able to only help you, but to help others on this earth. We want to pray for those who are depressed, on the borderline of suicide. Pray for those who are mentally ill, those who do not have the rationale to think in a proper manner. We want to pray for those who wish harm on close friends and family and even enemies. We want to ask you to just put your hand on them, so they might be able to calm down, and they might be able to smile. They might be able to remove any hurt that they might be going through in their heart, that they might be able to find somebody who they can sit down and talk to, someone who won't be able to judge them, but somebody who might be able to give them some kind of answer that they have been looking for. We want to pray that this month, the Heavenly Father, can be the turning point for those who are looking for it, that they might be in a dark place right now. There's light at the end of the tunnel, and this is the month that they should see it, Heavenly Father, that they could reap everything that they've been sowing, Heavenly Father. They can receive their harvest, Heavenly Father, or start to receive their harvest. I want to pray for those in relationships, Heavenly Father, that's difficult, Heavenly Father. If it's meant to be, Heavenly Father, you will help them to grow and blossom, Heavenly Father. But if it's not, Heavenly Father, you will help them to part in ways and not be resentful, Heavenly Father, for it, but they will be thankful that these things happen, and they can actually mature and blossom and grow, Heavenly Father, that they won't bring baggage to the next relationship, but they will bring lessons, they will bring experiences, they will bring gifts to the new relationship there is, Heavenly Father. We want to pray for those who are struggling financially, Heavenly Father, that they would become more disciplined, that they would become more practical, Heavenly Father, that their eyes might open to the bigger picture at hand, Heavenly Father, that they do need to save for a rainy day. We love you, God. We know that those who are listening to this are going to be blessed by it. But we also pray for those who are searching, Heavenly Father, that they might feel something from this. They might receive, Heavenly Father, and be blessed by it. We want to pray for those who might not even ever listen to this, Heavenly Father, that they also might be blessed, Heavenly Father, that they might be also safe from all hurt, harm, and danger, that they might receive whatever it is they're looking out for in this life, whatever they're searching for, whatever they need, Heavenly Father, not what they want, Heavenly Father, because sometimes our wants gets in the way from what we really need, but things that we really need, Heavenly Father, things that's going to help us and make us grow in life, help us to see our potential and help us exceed our potential. We thank you. We love you. We are grateful. Agape. Thank you for listening. I just want to thank everybody for taking the time out of their busy day to listen. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed the prayer at hand. If this has inspired you, please share it to your friends and family. And don't forget to subscribe. Videos are posted weekly. More coming soon. Peace to the gods. Take it easy, Tigers. Enjoy the day.